salt and brine upon the air, rotting wood and ancient stone, barnacles upon the hull. This vessel's not your own. Fog like winding sheets of skin, moonlight lost in broken foam. Sailors pray to nameless things that claim the sea their home.
The lantern sways and spits a single eye against the storm. Decks slick with oil and splinters, torn sails and bodies worn. You feel the pressure mounting, the sky collapsing down, and somewhere in the howling dark, a voice that means to drown. There's something moving in the black, beneath the rolling tide. It calls your name in broken tongues, no place left to hide. Below the drowning line, where screams are pulled below, something waits with silver eyes in the undertow. Below the drowning line, no grave, no cross, no shrine. They'll find your bones in the shifting sand. Below the drowning line.
Salt-worn hands around your throat, a chill that seeps to bone. You glimpse a shadow vast and wrong that drags you down alone. Teeth like knives, a hunger old, a song to lure you near. You'll join the lost, the drowned, the damned, and vanish year by year.
Nightmares coil in tidal pools, each ripple hides a face. 1,000 mouths beneath the hull that whisper of your place. The sea devours memory, names are scraped away. You shudder as the water climbs and all the colors gray. There's something ancient in the deep, it hungers in the gloom. You hear its promise in your dreams, you'll find it soon.
Ropes unravel in your hands, nails splinter on the mast. Every prayer is swallowed whole, no second breath, no past. The ship's bell tolls for every soul who vanished in the rain. Ghost lights circle shattered decks and whisper once again.
Barnacled altars, fevered chants, the crew gone mad with the thirst. One by one they leap below and sink as if rehearsed. You hear the ancient stories that old men dare not tell, of teeth like knives and silken weeds in a song that smells like hell.
Below the keel the world divides, a mouth that waits below, and every oath and every lie the salt and shadow know. The stars are gone, the sky is torn, your compass spinning wild, and in the depths a cradle waits for every ocean's child.
Storms above, abyss below, the surface far behind. A world of cold and pressure waits with madness intertwined. Shipwrecks tangled in the weeds, ghosts adrift and torn. Every secret, every fear, the sea is kept since dawn. Salt water burns your open wounds, you taste the iron brine. A hand of kelp, a dragging weights, you cross the final line. Sirens call with broken throats, their eyes are glass and dead. They promise peace in endless sleep, a pillow made of lead. There's something watching, always near, a flicker just unseen. You feel its gaze beneath the waves, you drown inside its stream.
The ocean keeps her children close, her claws are cold and kind. She'll tuck you in with shattered shells and secrets left behind. The waves erase all memory, all blood, all flesh, all bone. And in the silence something sings, the sea is all you've known.
Did you ever wake to find yourself missing? Did your shadow move before you did?
I woke with a mouth full of broken clocks, ticking hours clout overseas. From Twitch to Kick, now banned on every feed. In Japan he spat hate, Hiroshima slurs, threatened bomb the train like some twisted nerd. He walked Disney shouting atomic bomb. Film tourist reactions, no excuse, just wrong. Trespassed Osaka site, play loud music that day. Court fined him 200k yen, couldn't let it pass away. Every platform he steps on leaves a wake of destruction. Permission, not ethics, none, just thirst for consumption. Johnny Somali, you ain't sorry, just a fame-seeking phony. Stirring trouble in every country, trying to spike your trophy. But we see your ugly acts in broad daylight. Think you're a rebel, you're just filth in the mic. Johnny Somali, you ain't sorry, just a fake-seeking phony. Stirring trouble in every country, trying to spike your trophy. But we see your ugly acts in broad daylight. Think you're a rebel, you're just filth in the mic. Next stop, Israel, harass cops in Tel Aviv. Sex harass arrest, then claims he just kept it live. In photos of Weinstein raw, Epstein at the wall. Thought-provoking outrage was a content hole. Then Korea hit. No stopping this dude. Kissed the comfrey women's statue left on Peace Memorial. Danced through desecrated memory, ignited national fury cry. Played North Korean rants on the subway, blasting Korea pride. Thrown off buses, fine banned, could've stepped outside. Spilled ramen in a convenience store, got sexist at staff. Obstruction of business, harassment, had to pay his rap sheet half. Threw rotten fish at passers-by, disrupted buses again. Assaulted live thrice in public, his antics meant to stain. Now facing trials, deepfake porn charges on the table. 2 sexual violence counts, next trial in August. Labeled up to 31 years in prison, he may sit. Self-inflicted chaos, fueled by clout-seeking shits. Johnny Somali, you ain't sorry, just a thinking pony. Stirring trouble in every coffee shop, it's not just no. But we see your ugly action, broad daylight. Think you're a rebel, you're just filth in the mic. Johnny Somali, you ain't sorry, just a fence-searching phony. Stirring trouble in every country, trying to spike your trophy. But we see your ugly action, broad daylight. Think you're a rebel, you're just filth in the mic. Johnny Somali. A cautionary telephone, run amok, toxic trains, global chaos now locked behind bars. Flames not earned with hate. Remember that when you swore. What a fake little dumbass. Alright guys, we got a gross one here. Ain't joking, he's known as the diaper deviant. Yeah, you know him. This one is for Andrew Ditch. Meltdown switch, fake autism pitch. Hold your breath and twitch. He's faking for the drama, turn the mic into a scammer. Hold your breath and bark it loud until you're in trauma. Mimicking meltdowns, baby voice, dude's a fraud. Docs ain't no spectrum, but he's cashing in applause. Fake diaper fetish on display like it's a badge. He's twisting gratification, baby steps in a cage. Switch your tone when demands denied, meltdown on stage. But when the spotlight dims, silence like a page. Spin the act, Andrew's meltdown. Hold your breath till they fall. Got you in his control. Spin the act, Andrew's meltdown. Fake the pain on the stage, prey on petty criminal acts. Worked at Mickey D's, boss bound, earned that crown. No nappies, then just a climb. Ambitious sound, records prove the hustle, but now he acts disabled. Brands himself victim, scenes ungodly fable. Docs critics made threats to keep the fans in check. Plays public figure, but his twisted wreck neck. Microphone in hand, he owns the chaos like Frankenstein. But cut the camera shocks over smug grin in decline. It's show manipulator's throne. Behind the light, he's all alone. Real autism is struggle. This performance spin the act, Andrew's meltdown. Hold your breath till they fall.
Hey, how's it going? So, oh boy, we got some stuff today. we got some stuff today. So I was trawling the internet and, like I normally do, looking for stuff. I was like, hey, that artist one looked really neat last night. And I was like, you know what? I'm probably going to do that. And then, oh my gosh, I saw these videos and I was like, crap. And there's two of them. So Jayce Somali, yeah. You know what? Let's just get into it. Yeah. So, this is by 15 Minutes of Shame. He has a YouTube channel, obviously. Hilarious. Yeah. So, I don't even know what to say. It is so crazy what this guy has done. And I figured, you know what? I haven't done it for a while, so update on Johnny Somali. So,
all right.
yeah.
So I wasn't expecting to be making another video on Johnny Somali so soon. The guy's becoming extremely irrelevant, but there are some new developments that I just cannot ignore. First of all, Legal Mindset just did a live stream where he revealed that a victim had filed a petition for severe punishment against Johnny Somali. So he might get an aggravated sentence because of this. So we'll talk about that. And there's also the fact that Johnny Somali on Twitter just released 4 videos that shows Johnny Somali harassing and committing a bunch of crimes at Seoul's North Tower. Now, I've never
seen. For a moment there, I was worried that my mouth wasn't moving.
You haven't either, because they happened before Johnny Somali got punched and went mainstream. So that's going to be extremely interesting. But first, let's talk about the petition. Now,
So, Legal Mindset, he's another YouTuber, great guy. Yeah. But anyways, he provided us this wonderful little chart for Johnny Somali, which is great.
For a quick recap, he is currently facing 7 charges: obstruction of business, where he has pled guilty; Minor Crimes Act, where he has pled guilty; Minor Crimes Act again, where he has pled guilty; obstruction of business again, guilty. And the 3 not guilties are the deepfake count 1, deepfake count 2, and obstruction of business count 3. So overall, he's facing a shit ton of time, and it's about to get even worse because of this petition.
Yeah.
A petition for severe punishment requires evidence of the following: damage done to the victim, documenting any attempts at reconciliation, settlement, and why they have failed, lack of remorse, reflection, and the reason for the petition. And it requires facts, and it cannot be done just out of pure emotion. Now, the problem here for Johnny Somali is point number 3, the lack of remorse, reflection.
Point number 2 also is bad, because some people have tried to reconcile with him and he still refused. Also, the damage to the victim thing. Everyone has damages,
Johnny Somali has made it clear that he doesn't care about his actions. He doesn't care who he hurts. He has insulted the judge. And even to this day, he is still insulting South Korean people. Take a look at this post from 5 days ago. He says, "The Jews have higher IQs than the Koreans. No statue is safe." So he clearly doesn't care and has no remorse.
Yep. He also probably is faking lowly mindset. I'm just saying, because he's has a beef. It's probably an alt account of his. I'm not saying it is, but it's probably an alt account of his that he's just doing to screw with people. He has a habit of digging himself deeper, and alt accounting people in Korea, I do believe, is also another charge. So he literally could be like, because faking somebody else, you're not allowed to do that in Korea. It's just so funny that he keeps tying himself up in all these knots. Like, literally, the government just wants to take him. And if you're all wondering, like, well, why isn't he in jail now? Because the Korean government doesn't allow, like, they don't have jails. Like, only if you're like a life-threatening person will they put you in jail. They don't believe in bail and all that stuff. And the government looks at it like, well, we're paying for them to survive. Well, what they won't do is also allow you to work, apparently, when you're not in jail, but when you have a pending case. So, like, holy crap, like, Johnny's living off of Hank, this guy named Hank. Big, huge guy. I think he's gay. I think Johnny is too. Not because of their actions, but because of how they interact with each other. And yeah, so I don't know. It's weird. It's weird, man.
So that's going to play against him for sure. So the petition for severe punishment was filed by a victim last week, and it is not Bong Bong. It is very likely a parent from Lotte World or someone on the Seoul Metro bus. If legally sufficient, it will aggravate sentencing, meaning the maximum punishment.
So, for anyone that doesn't understand what Lotte World is, Lotte World is like an amusement park for little kids. And Johnny was having his speaker thing, you know, the nuisance streamer thing to do, how they have their speakers. Like, it's so funny that everyone's being annoyed by me, and I'm going in public and I'm doing this. Oh my gosh, it's so embarrassing. Yeah, that type of shit. Well, he was doing that with little kids, and like there's like sexual moaning and stuff like that, and calling in, you know, different stuff and saying things in Korean that are not appropriate for kids. And probably a parent did call in on that, you know? Probably multiple parents did.
Category. Now let's take a look at these categories. Now, for the sentencing range, it says obstruction of business. The mitigated would be a fine, default a year, aggravated 2 years, aggravated max is 5 years. Deepfakes 6 months mitigated, default 1 year, aggravated 2 years, and aggravated max 7 years. So if the judge accepts this petition, those two first categories, they go right out of the window, and he's only facing an aggravating sentencing range. So he's going to do at least 2 years for obstruction or at least 2 years for the deepfakes.
And also, the judge, like the maximum, don't think like he's automatically going to get like 13 years for that. You should be on the more cautious side. So 2 years and, you know, doing 5 years basically for those. However, the problem with Johnny is he has so many of them against him. And there could be more. I mean, there literally could be mountains more. I mean, you might not even see this guy get dealt with like realistically for years up ahead, you know, because he has so many crimes. And I doubt that they'll sentence him if they still have more crimes. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But from what I understand, the Korean system, they let it all pile on and then they like sentence people. So it's pretty crazy how it's just, he's just going to have all kinds of these things and he's going to be sentenced for all of them. It's crazy.
On top of that, this new charge, which would be the 8th charge of violation of the Child Welfare Act, has been proceeding rapidly. The police have already interviewed the individual who filed the report, and Johnny Somali will be interviewed next month. So like I said on my last video on Johnny Somali,
there you have it.
Pretty much 5 steps to this era. Step 1 was Johnny Somali crashing out, getting arrested. Step 2 is the apology tour. Step 3 was deleting all the evidence. We were there last week. And now we're entering step 4, which is becoming irrelevant and forgotten. Of course, there will be step 5, which is going to prison, but that won't be for a little while. Now, before we send Johnny back to the irrelevancy where he belongs, I just want to review these 4 new videos that Johnny Somali dropped, and these are at the North Seoul Tower.
I love that, by the way.
Crimes there. It looks like Johnny Somali wants him to get another charge for obstruction. Will it happen? I don't know, but let's review these together.
Hi.
Okay. So I might turn this down some because it is kind of loud. I don't want to burn any of you guys' ears or anything like that, you know?
I want to take a cable car down. What is what? What is what? It's a phone. What? Why not? I see many people do YouTube here. I can't.
Yeah, I'm going to turn it down some.
Many people do YouTube here. It's in my face. Relax. Better relax, bitch. It's on my face.
See, listen to how disrespectful this guy is.
What's the problem? Oh my god, I'm getting kicked out of here. Many people do YouTube here. What's the problem?
Yep, that's... That's the loud... Oh god, it's even when I turn it down, it's loud. I'm sorry to anyone that has speakers. Like, your tweeters are probably screaming.
Now, if that's not obstructing, I don't know what is. He's blasting music as loud as it goes, clearly creating an inconvenience for the business, talking about having HIV. I mean, he might get another charge for this. Who knows?
He might. Oh, God. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm so sorry. I hope it's not as loud in your speakers as it is in mine, because this is torture. Oh, God.
You're all very racist. Because I see many white YouTubers come here. Many YouTuber white skin can film Soul Tower. But now it's, bro, I'm going to go. Call whoever you want to call, bitch. I don't.
And here's the thing with Johnny Somali. It's always about race baiting people.
Yes.
Very, very weak argument. He says it's because he's black or it's about race. No, it's because of your disgusting behavior. And this clip is another example of his race baiting. Take a look at this.
How you doing? Where you guys from? What you mean? Where you from? Why are you shaking your hand? You racist? You don't like black people?
No, I don't want to be.
What country are you from?
You don't need to tell.
You better back up. What's up?
Fuck off.
You want to touch me?
Fuck off.
You want to touch me? You want to go?
Fuck off.
You're going to get f***ed. You better watch your Euro ass up. You better watch out, Euro.
Fuck off.
You better watch out. I'm from America. You better watch out. You want to
Yeah, and I hate how he's representing himself as American.
You act up on your girl? You get pressed off the block. You get pressed off the block, and I'll sit right.
That's what offends me the most. He goes around saying that he's American and crap like that.
Colonization.
So that tourist did the right thing, which is put your ego aside and just walk away. Johnny Somali, he's just not worth it. He's trying to get people to hit him so he can call the cops. He's trying to bait a confrontation, and it's best just not to fall for it and move on with your day. Now, it looks like that day he was in a really pissy mood, and once again, he was trying to bait more tourists into having a confrontation with him. Now, before I show you that, I just want to give you guys a channel update. I'm moving the channel away.
15 minutes of shame. So there you go. I'm just pausing it so you can see. He's moving away from Johnny Somali content.
Because it's becoming irrelevant. There's not much to talk about.
Man, it's gonna make him pissed.
Which weren't about Johnny Somali did exceptionally well, especially the In and Out lawsuit. So I'm going to continue in that direction. And if you don't mind, if you enjoy the show, please subscribe to the channel. In 3 months, it's going to be the 1-year anniversary of the channel, and it would be amazing if we could hit 100K before then.
Damn. I'm jealous. Anyways, if you want to subscribe to me, you can too. Anyways, yeah. I mean, of course, it's gonna have he has fresh and new content, and I'm a reaction streamer. So of course I won't have as many. But man, damn, that's good job, man.
Only missing about 21,000 subs. So if you enjoy the show, please subscribe and let's get back to the clip.
It's your culture, man. Bleach and shit. Talk to her. You taking some photo? You want me to take your photo? I can take your photo for you.
Yeah.
Take it for you guys. Where y'all from? What language y'all speaking? Where y'all from?
French, you dumbass.
They're not talking to me because I'm black, guys. That's how it works. You know what I mean? So maybe I put the white skin, maybe they're going to talk to me. What country you guys from? Damn, I swear to God, Europeans, they hate Americans, bro. Oh, it's French. Oh, now it makes sense. Nobody likes French people, bro. I don't like them either. When they got these African immigrants running all over Paris, like, what? They speaking French? Why y'all not talking to me because I'm black?
You know, Donald Trump, you can't unnaturalize him. I'm just saying. He's embarrassing enough. You can't unnaturalize this dude. Just be like, hey, you're not American anymore. That would be great. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying.
French people, they don't like black, huh? You got a lot of... Don't make me crash out on you. All I have me crash out mode.
Somalia is a name which has unfortunately become synonymous with failed state. It's a
Yep.
nation with extremely high levels of poverty, one whose government is barely existing.
Failed state, failed streamer.
So how did this come to be? Why did Somalia fail? So as of 1945, Somalia, like most of Africa, was under European control. It was divided into two areas, British Somaliland in the north and Somalia to the south and east. This was also run by Britain at this point, who had taken it from Italy in the Second World War. Now Britain's
So Frenchmen are used to black people. There are a whole lot of black people in France. They just don't want anything to do with this particular guy. I mean, look at him. He looks completely corrupted by clout. He has a wig. He's
just
doing
wearing
a white face. Why would they possibly?
It's not whiteface, guy. It's clown makeup. He's a clown. Hello? He's a nuisance streamer. He's a clown.
Want to engage with him? There is no purpose whatsoever. He's obviously just a cloud demon. Better to ignore him, which is exactly what they're doing.
first instinct was
A lot of African immigrants in France. Y'all don't like black people? Y'all gotta. If I go to Paris, there's a bunch of Paris. You know that, right? If I go to Paris, there's a bunch of monkeys running around.
In the rest of the clip, there might be copyrighted music. I'm not going to take a chance on this one. So let's take a look at the final clip.
Why'd you get up? Where are you going?
Oh, toilet.
Really? You got up because I'm black? No. You don't want a black person to sit next to you? Why'd you get up right when I came over here? Is it because I'm black?
This is
Where are you going?
freaking weird.
Brother.
Probably
I'm
smell.
like you. I'm Caucasian just like you. Why would you get up? What do you say? What? Yo, this is a racist white guy. Hi, how are you?
Yeah,
Nothing.
if anyone did that bullshit to me, man, I would deck them.
Racist. This one's a racist.
Now, I'm not a Korean lawyer, but following someone around and then
I would build him a
by
deck.
calling them racist, causing anxiety to the point where he has to go talk to one of the staff members, that sounds illegal. Once again, I don't know if he'll face charges for this, but it looks like
Well, he won't unless they complain.
to get as
If
many
he complains
charges
about
on
it,
as they
yes,
can,
he
so
will.
He might just be lucky and get a 9th charge for this one.
Because I'm.
Wouldn't that be great?
I have a black skin. I sit down, he run. I don't do nothing. I think you're a racist. I think you're a racist. I was sitting right there and now you run to them. What did I do to you? I don't do nothing. I don't do nothing. I sit down, he run. There's a black skin. Very racism, you know? Korea, when I used to this. What's that?
They're just like stupid African American.
You went to them, what a racist white guy. What the hell is that?
Dude,
That? Wow.
I swear, like, this is how I actually, like, I whenever I hear somebody be like, oh, you're racist, you must be racist, this is exactly how I think of it. It's always some, like, weirdo that's doing it. It's just trying to bait something. It's just like, come on, dumbass. Like, just get over it, you know? Yes. Yep. It is true.
Racism, y'all just saw racism right now. Holy shit. Yo.
Uh-huh.
No, that wasn't racism, it was race baiting. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Yes. Yes. So, we have that. All right. Now, Andrew Ditch is the other guy we're going to get into today. Just a little update on Giant Somali. He's kind of funny to talk about sometimes. I think the hilarious part about Johnny Somali is he doesn't really realize how screwed he is. He will once, because like he still thinks he's gonna get just a few years. When he gets like 20 years, they like throw 20 years on him or something like that. Then he's gonna be like, what? 20 years? And he's gonna be farming cabbages because it's not gonna be like just like prison. You know they're gonna send him to a labor camp. And it's just hilarious. Now, Andrew Ditch or Andy Ditch. Oh boy, going over him. What can I say about this man? well, he has bowel movement problems. And yes, it comes from Mr. Beefy. Once again, Andrew Ditch. He's a weird guy. Mr. Beefy, also Cyrax, he's a weird guy too. But Mr. Beefy has the channel that made this video. And subscribe to him. Because once again, I like to shout out the people that I'm watching at the very least. Thank you for the content. And once again, if you don't want me to be posting or reacting to your stuff, feel free to tell me. Unless you're like Cyrax or, Lowcow or something. I'll use my judgment whether or not I'll apply those requests.
What isn't being posted online is my very first phone call with Royal. That call was for one reason.
To say you fake. What is good, my friend?
Ain't that true?
My fam. I hope everybody is doing wonderful today. Before we get...
I really don't like that he's using the speak the truth thing, though. Speak the Truth is another channel, which, once again, everyone should check out, if you want the up-to-date war stuff. He's pretty direct. I guess I'll leave it at that. But yeah, interesting stuff.
Into this video, I gotta ask you, please, hit that sub button. I've seen my analytics. I see a lot of y'all watch, but not as many of y'all are subbed. So go ahead, hit it.
Yeah, sub! Subscribe, like!
Face, and then hiya, smash it. Also,
subscribe to both of us.
Check out the other channels. Mr. Beefy 2.0, The Daily Ditch. We also have a Rumble, where you can check out more raw and uncut footage. And I'm now on TikTok.
I have both Rumble
you can check out all
and YouTube,
clips that you
Twitch.
The video. They're going to start being uploaded there.
And X.
Alrighty, so today's footage. He just uploaded it. I just finished another video, and bam, there it is. It's him talking about he's speaking the truth. At least his version of the truth.
Randy's stare I'm not actually familiar with.
That's going to be the rundown. Let's move on.
Hi, my name is Andrew Ditch. I am 40 years old. I've been diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder level 2.
No, you haven't.
Intellectual developmental disability, ADHD, Tourette's syndrome, expressive and receptive language disorder, moderate to severe, severe auditory processing disability, disabilities, anxiety and depression, type 2 diabetes, urinary and bowel incontinence stemming from sensory unawareness, obesity, self-injurious behavior, sensory processing disabilities, global developmental disability, hypothyroidism, irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, back pain with a herniated disc, autoimmune issues, high blood pressure, and other related conditions.
Dude, he's making up like half that shit. Now, the high blood pressure and obesity and irritable bowel syndrome, I have no clue. But like the crap, you can't say that word on YouTube. I'll get in trouble. The mental conditions, I doubt he has any of those. That is ridiculous.
Yo, that was like 50 seconds of diagnosis.
Yes! That was like a damn commercial.
That list is wild.
I need to help.
What isn't being posted online is my very first phone call with Royal. That call was for one reason. One, to ask when I would have a caregiver to help me. Jamie answered the phone. I asked, when will someone be here to help me? She said, Hugh Zane is your caregiver. I replied, he told me he isn't my caregiver. He's assigned to my roommate, Michael Wardell. Jamie said, then we need to talk with him about that. I explained that he didn't wake me up today to keep me on my routine. I woke up to a wet bed and was left in a wet diaper. He didn't give me my medication until after I woke up, around 11 or 12 o'clock, and he gave me a hard time when I asked for help.
I just want all the people who are new to this type of world to understand I'm not making fun of a guy that has like disability problems. I'm not making fun of a disabled. I'm making fun of a guy who pretends to be disabled. There's a difference. Like, please, I know. Whenever I cover Andrew Ditch, I always feel horrible at the same time because I realize that people that are not in like on the thing will not understand that like this guy does not have any problems whatsoever. I mean, he probably has problems, but I mean, not the ones that he's saying that he has. Guy has like Munchausen syndrome or something.
My pills. I then asked him to help me shower.
He's a hypochondriac.
I only need assistance washing my buttocks and back. He refused. I used my AAC device to tell him I needed help and why. I called for his help in the shower, but he ignored me. During the call with Jamie, I mentioned that another caregiver assigned to Michael.
Imagine how bad you have to be to where a person who decided to go into this field and dedicate their life into helping people, no matter how nasty and bad the situations might be, decides to say fuck it and throw away their whole career to not help you and touch you. That, you must be disgusting.
Well, it's because Andrew has a fetish. I mean, I don't care what anyone says about him. The guy has a diaper fetish, and he gets off on the idea of being helped. It's so weird. Like, it's really disgusting. And, I don't know, he plays it up so much. Like, if you want to, like, find out about him, like, I actually have a previous video where I talked about him really in depth. You can look on it's on the channel, or just search Andrew Ditch. But he is, I don't know, he's just a weird guy that, well, he's not just a weird guy, he's like filthy and horrendous. But he's strange, but he's might be a PDF, you know? And that's actually what I have the problem with. The same thing to like Johnny Somali. He was talking to like minors online sexually. And like I really don't like that, you know? Like when I find out somebody's a PDF, then it's like, oh yeah, you're free game. You know?
Bowel movement issues, and I discovered I like sitting in it.
Had actually helped me put my diaper on.
That too.
Since Hussein wouldn't. And even made me lunch, even though she wasn't officially on duty for me. The conversation shifted to my approved hours. I have hours authorized, but no one wants to work because of this sunny day. I told Jamie, you mean you don't want to call a caregiver to help me? You're neglecting me as an RN. In the background, I heard her at a bar. When I asked if she was drunk, she snapped, none of your business. I asked, why are you working if you're drunk? She had no answer besides, I'm not working. I reminded her, but you took my call after hours. You know you can call Royal and choose option 1. Then she claimed the other caregivers can't bill any hours due to PA health and wellness rules.
It's hard to feel sorry for these fuckers whenever they decide to answer his calls after hours off the clock and shit like that.
Yeah, but
once you're off the clock, man, I would forget all about this place.
And insisted this is not a shared care home. However, it is a shared care home
so
24/7. And
I know a little bit about this. I never worked there. I interned a little bit. But was it? Well, it was an old folks home. I would assume it's the same thing. After hours and stuff, people, from what I understand, sometimes do accept those calls because they assume that nobody else picked up from the business, or they have a damn it, YouTube with your stupid words, word police. The R word, not the fun fun. Not, that's a horrible way to describe it. It's the mental R word condition. So man, I can't believe I said that. But anyway, it's not the condition, yeah. So perhaps they might not call them because they don't know how to, yada yada yada. And so she probably saw it was from the home that he was in, and not necessarily Andrew Ditch's phone. Maybe they did, maybe he didn't. I don't know. I'm just trying to let you guys, like, you know, there is a possibility that she just didn't know it was Andrew Ditch.
And I'm approved for 84 hours for that reason.
Dang.
So why isn't anyone showing up? From 3 p.m. until I started recording at 6:30 p.m., there was a caregiver working under Michael's hours, even though Michael wasn't here. Exactly what Hussein told him. When I asked why that caregiver was here, they said, because you were here. Yet they can't bill Michael's insurance if I'm getting care under his hours. That's more proof Royal is lying and neglecting me. I told Jamie that since Nicole left, The house is dirty, bug-infested, and nobody's cleaned the kitchen, bathroom, or my room. She insisted they have to clean, but she pulled the only worker who took us into the community.
Mind you, this is from Andrew Ditch's mouth. Not necessarily hers.
She's not an RN, but Jamie said that was part of why she was fired, for spreading HIPAA. I told Jamie that was false. I gave that worker permission to discuss my care with anyone. Jamie claimed she saw posts revealing my information.
Which he probably got her fired too, to be honest.
Not my former caregiver. I also asked, why was it?
Because Andrew is devious like that. He'd probably said like something like, oh yeah, you can post that. And then he was talking to somebody he knew, like one of their, bosses or whatever. And he was like, yeah, she was sharing this information about me online. And yeah, so is that okay? You're going to hear it later on in this video, but I could see him doing
okay for Jason to bring a 12-year-old child, whom I assumed was his son, on one of his third shifts. Why did Cadian bring his 15-year-old brother to work with him? Are these Jason's kids or just friends from AT&T? Why is Tony protected? Yet Michael Wardell hasn't been his doctor since February despite a
Tony the Tiger.
If we're to believe everything that was said earlier when this whole kid thing was, starting up, then the royal care owner said nobody in there should have kids around any of these people, and they're told this. So somebody is lying, and that's not good.
Yeah, Andrew should not be around kids. And the fact that he wants to be around kids, like this is the reason why he's pissed off about this, is because they said no more kids, and he's like mad. I'll go like show you further in, but like it's really disturbing.
Did Tony report it? No. Why can Shad Arya and Laura work here when Michael is present, but Nicole couldn't bring an 11-year-old with his father's permission?
See?
Why is Michael allowed to smoke illegal drugs and cigarettes in his bedroom when it's against the rules? Jamie said she knew nothing about any of this. I replied that if she thinks I'm a danger to children, she should know that Nicole has my laptop, my PIN, access to my email, OneDrive, browser history.
Oh yeah, but does she have access to your older stuff where you did all the weird creepy shit on it? Also, check out these receipts.
You are a pedophile.
Yeah? I want to be left alone. I don't want to be abused. I want to please get my teddy bear for my comfort. So when I'm sleeping in front of the high school and Fletcher Elementary School, people are going to notice when I'm staying there for days on end because I don't have anywhere else to go.
Everybody's supposedly abusing you, Andy.
Dude, why am I sent back to my parents' house? You want to know something? I'm not exposing you, but look, I can't take care of myself.
There's kids over here.
I'm sorry, but I have a skin infection I'm trying to show you.
That's not appropriate.
You guys claim that I act like a pedophile, so I acted like a pedophile. So, booyah.
Everything. I gave her permission, as did my dad, to manage my SNAP card, medical card, social security card, OTC benefit card for wipes and food. She has a
It's gross, my friends.
I took my tablet from the living room and went on Reddit. I saw comments people made about me. I'm not upset about losing access to a child. I'm angry because I'm proving how wrong you are and frustrated by your lies. You claimed I was faking autism. You lost that complaint.
Coordinator. You've already been tested for autism.
I have?
Yes.
Oh, I have.
And you do not have autism, Andrew.
If I get COVID, it stops the autism.
He does not have autism. And he's got a lot of psych problems.
Yep.
According to this, you were way too high to qualify for anything for autism. Oh, that was
formal evaluations for autism spectrum disorder. Both concluded that you do not have autism spectrum disorder.
See, I'm not making fun of him because he has autism. He just thinks he does.
Researched and is taking these symptoms. Attachment 16.
You accuse me of tampering with my family's car.
See?
You lost that complaint. You alleged I have a diaper fetish. You lost that argument.
Diapers, fetish, baby fetish. That's all it is.
I was told in 2002, my CPC record said I had a diaper fetish.
Yep.
I got off on being in diapers.
We are currently struggling
meaning his hygienic need for the diaper, because he doesn't have a medical need for it.
You said I intentionally hurt people. You lost that claim.
See?
Listen to YouTube or Reddit. That shouldn't control your life, and the more that you continue to blast.
Yeah, because you don't need to do that.
I'm part of this community, and I'm a danger to myself and others. But the problem is, I act up and I mistreat my family too. That's not my fault. I'm not able to help it.
Why am I doing so well? Because I have help, routine, and
Cyrax is the same way. I mean, really, these people are all cut from the same cloth. Just they have like weird, I don't know, weird like, I don't know why we allow people like this to exist in our world, you know? Because there's no help for these people. Like, I don't know. We try to like reason with them, and there's just no reasoning with them. I guess maybe there's a disorder where they just can't be reasoned with, like the, I don't know, locale disorder, something. Because I just don't, I can't, how can you be so unself-aware that something like this, it's something you do. Like, I don't know. I don't get this. But people do. They do. And they're not self-aware. And this just, I don't know. It's just weird.
Consistency. Maybe it's because I have autism and need supports that everyone in NYS and even my own dad gave me a hard time about. Ironically, NYS, Bentley, OPWDD, and APS create problems that my autism makes hard to cope with.
And also, I kind of find it funny how he's moving to state to state to state, trying to find people that will buy his little shenanigans. Eventually, it's going to be so many states that he's just not going to be able to get away with it anymore. And I feel really bad for the family, but like, they're just going to eventually have to kick this dude to the curb. Sorry, but it's true.
You have long claimed I'm a sex offender. I'm not, and I have zero interest in that.
I want to be able to someday have kids of my own.
The only times I have behavioral issues are when.
What are my behaviors when I'm upset? Whether meltdown or not?
You're throwing things all over. You're hitting me, kicking me. You try to trip me up.
I can choose to act or to have a meltdown because of communication problem and my needs are not being met.
1. There's an unexpected change. 2. I struggle with a task and become frustrated. 3. I experience communication breakdowns. 4. I suffer sensory overload. These challenges have been lifelong. When teachers or parents restrain me to prevent self-injury, I reacted aggressively because I don't like being touched. It's well documented that autistic people can lose control of their bodies, and if someone forcibly intervenes for our own good, we instinctively fight back. Hospitals have given me psychiatric injections that didn't help, and then gave me 2 more shots. That proves those medications don't work for me. What does help is deep pressure, someone gently applying weight to calm my sensory system, and being allowed to rest in a quiet, safe, comfortable environment.
And see, this is stuff that he's read.
Hug my stuffed animals and relax.
Because, like, the things that it says, it's stuff that he reads. Like, he goes online, he looks at, like, what's the symptoms and what, like, makes them better. And then, like, he thinks that because he's saying that, it means that he has the symptom. And it's like, that's not how it works, dude. Like, people don't read lists online and then say like, oh yeah, I have these symptoms, so I match these. It's so weird. I don't know. It's once again, he has a mental issue, but it's not any of the stuff he says it is.
Under dim rope lights with the window, AC running. That sensory-friendly setting makes all the difference. We don't need forcible injections, restraints, or to harm ourselves like someone with a personality disorder. We need understanding, consistency, and sensory-friendly care, and we should never be unnecessarily restrained or restricted. My dad says Royal is purposely upsetting me, so they can portray my reactions as mental illness rather than autism, and then strip away the care I need. That's why they fired Nicole. I have the full conversation recorded with permission, and my dad was recording too.
You helped get her fired. It was partly your fault. After everything happened, you was the one that wanted to take it to
That's right.
your board or whatever. And now that she's gone, oh, you hate not getting that help that she was given.
Yep.
Finally, I want to ask, why does James play Fortnite when he's an adult? Bottom line, people on Reddit don't like that I receive the help I need to live a quality life without the health, behavioral, and isolation issues my disabilities cause. In March, Royal tried to evict me without a valid reason. The proof is that when I have the right help for my developmental and intellectual disabilities, I have zero issues.
And that's not true either. He has issues all the time. He complains about everything.
To others when I'm not. I'm angry, and I'm fighting back to clear my name. Nicole,
Like everything he complains about.
I can't.
It's ridiculous.
My disability.
Hey, Jamie, Andy Con. So, question for you. So, since you're saying that Nicole was fired for bringing her kid here, why does Jordan bring her to
Oh, this right here.
all the time? And one of
Right here.
And here's one more thing. Why is Laura and that new caregiver, I gotta use my talker.
Oh god, this is so annoying too.
Here when Mickey lives here. They're family, and if family's not allowed to be here with other family, then here's the problem, I'm going to say. I have trouble using a fork. Why are they working here? Conflict of interest. They could play favoritism.
No, it's not.
Oh, yeah, it is. What's fair... Hang on. So, Royal doesn't own these houses.
Holy crap.
Why... And you guys are not allowed to deny a...
I mean, listen to what he's doing. He's faking this too, by the way. The weird talk and speech is all like fake. Because you're gonna see when he gets pissed off, he speaks just fine.
So employees can't take clients to their houses either, right?
They shouldn't.
But that's a rule in your policy. But yet you guys allowed Nicole to take me to her house and get paid on Easter. Yeah, you did. Because that was the agreement that I would spend Easter with her and her family.
We can't tell you that you can't go somewhere. You know, you're a free person.
Okay.
If she invited you over there, then that's okay.
So
Yep.
I can't invite.
He doesn't like the idea of being a free person. He hates that idea. Like whenever he's told he's a free person, it makes him pissed.
Invite Don here as a visitor.
Don.
Whoever you want as a visitor. I'm saying employees cannot bring their kids to work.
But I invited Don, and I invited James here.
Yeah.
So I invited them.
All right. But it shouldn't be when she's working.
So wait a minute. It's okay.
Oh my gosh.
Come here when to visit me and help me with things, for things that Nicole couldn't do, like for example setting up my air conditioner and my desk and putting out the curtains in my room.
It's that weird baby voice that he talks with. I just don't like it.
It's not.
It creeps me out.
It's Nicole's boyfriend.
Alright, well, if you are inviting him over to help you with things, then that's fine. I'm talking about her bringing her kid to work.
So I can't invite.
That shouldn't happen.
I can't invite a kid here.
You shouldn't, no.
He's like, why can't I invite a kid? Because you're 40, Dandy. You're 40.
Get permission. What?
You're 40.
Because you're an adult.
I'm an adult.
Yeah.
Oh, so is there...
12-year-old man shouldn't be hanging around with an 11-year-old.
Thank you.
What's the problem with that?
What the fuck? What do you mean, what's the problem with that? Oh, wow. I can't believe he's actually having this conversation.
He is.
There's
He
no
is.
justification that he can come up with, or anybody can come up
No,
with.
there's none.
Have access to this child or any other child from anybody, especially with all the questionable predatory like behavior he has shown in the past.
That's right.
This is wild. I can't believe he's even questioning this. And Joe defends him?
They want to call me a pedophile? They say I'm acting like a pedophile? Well, I'm acting like a pedophile. I'm not acting disabled.
Because you've got behavioral issues, Andrew.
Yeah?
It's not an appropriate situation.
Yeah, I have a disability.
You don't have a
I'm not a
disability, dude.
danger to anyone like you trying to make me look like.
So do you need anything right now? Because this is the on-call emergency line.
Yeah, one more question.
Yeah. Yeah. About that. Yeah.
So,
I have so many other issues.
I can't be...
Emergency?
So you're saying that I shouldn't be around children?
Well, that's what he does. What he does is absolutely ridiculous.
While me in her own house, knowing my behavior issues and dealing with my meltdowns. And why would she have her children there, especially on Easter and stuff, when she was my caregiver?
Well, I can't speak for what other people are thinking. I don't know what her thought process was there.
Well, you guys, you gave her permission to do that. Because you couldn't find a caregiver on Easter. Yeah, she did talk to you.
Yo, I bet they're going to be so excited when this week is up and those 14 days are done.
I hope my father and mother don't get help for what Annie's going to do later.
What's Andy going to do later?
Yes, she did.
Shit.
So you're changing the story that...
That sounds like a threat.
Not to me.
Hey, I don't care what you think. But if I'm such a sexual predator like you think I am, then here's my pen to my computer and my phone. Write this down. You can look at all my internet history and everything. Right, here's my pen. Got a pen and paper?
No, I'm not doing any of that right now. This is
Okay.
emergency on call line.
So,
do you have an emergency or do you need something?
Yeah, I have one more question for you. So...
Is it an emergency?
Yes, it is. So, Nicole has GPS on my phone to keep track of me.
Okay.
Okay? Is that allowed?
Did you give her permission to do that?
Yeah, but you're saying that other things are not allowed.
He really wants that boy to be back over.
Yep, it's about the little boy. And he's a sicko.
If I give permission to have Don here,
Sicko.
why is that a problem? I'm an adult.
You can have adult there. You can have adult there, but you shouldn't have a caregiver's child there if she's working.
It's not her child, and he's completely independent.
Yo, that makes me concerned that he might believe the child can actually give consent. Oh, this is getting weird.
Yeah, it is.
Is that a problem to have somebody to interact with me? Because you're taking away my interactions to
Oh my gosh.
and children, regardless of age.
That right there in itself is so creepy.
For James to be here and others, but it's not okay for, why can't I have friends here?
See, this is really what the crux of this situation is. It's I can't have a little boy here. What the heck is wrong with you? Type of thing. Like, he's offended that he can't have a child come over to his house. I mean, you can't make this shit up. And like, I don't see how you can be so unself-aware that you do this. And you know what he's doing this for? Is because of the online community finds out that he is like having children come over and stuff like that. Then he's hoping that somebody will believe that he's autistic because he doesn't do anything with those kids. Why would anyone like have a problem with him having children around him, because autistic people don't necessarily see social norms. And so he's just using this as a reason to uh, believe that he's autistic because he doesn't know that it's a problem. And so when you find these things, because I don't think Andrew's, maybe he is, I don't know, but I think he's using it as a way of getting people to think, oh yeah, this guy's autistic.
But my roommate is allowed to bring his girlfriend here, Eric.
You can have friends there, but they should be adults, not children.
So age is, so you're discriminating against age?
Holy shit.
Yes, Andrew, when it has to do with adults and children, yes.
What's the reason?
Because a grown man should not have an 11-year-old boy in his room.
What's the reason for that?
I really can't believe this is an argument he's having. This is fucking insane.
Crisis services.
Hi, Eddie did call and you're right. I have a sexual fetish. I fake. That's nothing wrong with me. If I have supervision, he has supervision.
Because I think it's an inappropriate situation.
Why? If it's inappropriate, why don't you get the police involved?
Because the number one thing you always tell me is that you don't know if you're hot, you don't know if you're cold, you don't know if the place is burning down, you don't have capacity. So
yep.
I know that you have capacity to deal with an 11-year-old child.
Maybe my
See,
dad
now
allowed it. Maybe his own dad allowed it. And you're saying he shouldn't be.
Do you have any other concerns? Because my phone is getting cold beeping in right now.
Yeah, well, why is it okay for one person, but it's not okay for others to have friends here and others?
And we're just talking about you right now. I can't talk about anybody else.
I think you're discriminating against me because of rumors about the internet.
uh-huh.
Anything else to say about it?
Yeah, well, I'll call the police because you are taking away my... okay. Okay, so I'm calling the cops because you said I can't have a child in my room. It's very inappropriate. Okay, we're going to call the Erie Police Department to get the cops here.
You have reached the City of Erie Police.
This is what he does.
Hang on, I gotta call...
And of course, he has it on recording, so he thinks, oh, perfect. I'm recording all this, and we have a recording, and I can show it as proof. And I'm going to upload this online, and I'm going to have the proof that the cops don't think I'm a pervert.
If your call is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. Otherwise, please hold for the next available operator.
I feel bad for anyone that has to deal with Andy.
Can you send a police officer to me? Because there might have been a crime committed. I might have made a crime. I may have committed a crime.
And then he tries sounding ultra autistic and ultra special. This is his ultra special voice. He's using because he's super duper.
Just have a visitor to play on the my computer and to, hang out with.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Why is that a crime?
Because my group home staff is making it a crime.
Well, they call on you, but I don't see no crime in somebody playing a computer game with you, man.
Especially when I have the ability to make that decision, and his own dad made that decision too.
Yep, it's not a police matter, sir.
So why is it why would it be allowed that? Why would it be such a bad
Hold on,
thing?
I'm gonna go back.
If you look at making it a crime at my...
Here, please, 630.
Hi, can you send a police officer to me? Because there might have been a crime committed. I might have made a crime. I may have committed a crime. With having a visitor who is 11 years old here.
Okay, he does say he's 11.
His own dad made that decision too.
Okay, he did say he was 11.
So why is it that, why would it be allowed that, why would it be such a bad thing? I mean, if you look up my name...
No idea. I don't, sir, it's not police matter.
Can I ask you a question? I'm Andrew Ditch, my name is. On Reddit.
I know who you are. I've talked to you before, man.
On Reddit, people lie about me saying I'm a sexual predator and stuff. You're aware of that, right?
Yeah, because you are.
Go to the judge and have the judge file charges against those people, but that's not a police matter, sir.
Yeah, and you know I'm not a sexual offender.
Anybody, I don't form my opinion on anybody, sir. I just go by facts.
And you know I'm not a sexual offender, and I have no interest in any of that. I mean, I don't...
Sir, I'm going to sit here and talk about this, okay? Because I really don't want to talk about sexual offenders. I really don't want to talk about kids, okay?
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about none of that, all right? If you didn't, nothing, there's no crime here or nothing, so just go about your business. If they're saying stuff about you, go to the judge and file harassment charges.
Okay, yeah, because it interfered with my health care. Yep, thank you. Bye.
The officer's just like, I don't want to do it.
Awesome! That's exactly
And see?
what I was looking for.
And see?
because I
Perfectly
have no
normal.
problem understanding with any of this shit.
Perfectly normal talk.
Or anything that can get you in trouble like that, of course you understand. Anything else, though, you can't.
But
the issue is,
I talk like this.
History. That's where all this, starts becoming.
It literally has to do with him trying to get people on his side about him having autism. That's why he's like, but if I talk like these, people think I have autism. And it's like, come on, man, stop it, stop it. Act like an adult. You're a freaking adult. Just because you want to be Pampers all the day, and sit around and crap yourself and have other people clean it up does not mean you have to be like this, man. I'm sorry. It's gross. And you need to get help.
It doesn't make
actual help
to make up a story and actually a little girl. Because she's stating I raped a little girl when I never did.
Okay.
I made a story, but that was not me. Other than some random person on the internet violated my right to privacy, and so did Royal by taking such complaints. I don't understand this. But this person is causing me a lot of headache here, and I'm glad I'm leaving Royal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's sickening. I think I just got Royal in a bunch of bullshit here.
He's right about one thing. It is bullshit.
The violation was not the only thing that she was fired for. But they couldn't fire her for that, for having a kid here. So they fired her for something else just to please some random stranger on the internet. I mean, I did nothing to him, he's done nothing to me, but yet...
We're gonna skip ahead some.
Bye, Jamie. So
Okay, we'll skip here.
I know you're recording my calls, but you recorded all of our calls and conversations. So, is that still the case?
Maybe.
Yep, I know, he's fake.
I know you recorded, and I'm okay with that. Because, Dad, I'm going to record this.
He is fake.
Only for evidence to go against Royal.
He called me a fake!
I want you to record
He called me fake!
Well, because, Dad, was something...
Dad's tired of his shit, too.
By Jamie.
That guy.
So
Man, I feel bad for him.
Today.
I'm gonna spawn this thing.
I called the office. I asked her, when is a caregiver coming to help me? Okay. And she said, Hussein was there for you this morning. I said, well, he said that no, he was not here for me. And she said, well, yes, he was. He was there from 8 o'clock this morning to 3 p.m. I said, well, he's not here.
Yeah, this is him retelling that phone call.
He left early, she said. I said, I don't know. He didn't wake me up. If he was my caregiver, he left me in a soiled diaper until I woke up in a wet bed.
I know, he can't help it. He just has to piss his bed. Every morning.
Shower, gave me a hard time of putting on my...
Because, once again, that's the punishment for not waking him up. He pisses his bed. I mean, come on with it. That's the punishment. He punishes people for not, like, doing the things that he wants them to do. So he'll piss his bed. And if you get him real mad, if you don't wake him up by, like, you know, a long time, he'll shit his bed. And it'll be all over the place. And he'll expect you to clean it up. He's like, gotta clean it up. Because he can't do anything himself.
Diaper gave me a hard time of helping me with my medications. He said, I don't need any of that help. Well, we're going to have a talk with him.
Gonna have to talk with him.
You guys weren't
We're
supposed
gonna talk.
to put him on schedule with me at all because he did this before with me and mistreated me. And
who are you referring to, Andy?
so he was saying the caregiver who was here. And I said, and I told her the other reason was because he claimed that to watch all the videos of me and how I'm a fake and everything on YouTube. That's why I had told her. That's why you're not allowed to schedule him here, because of him, you know, bullying me and stuff when he was working here with me. Well, anyways, you're going to like this part.
Then he didn't work.
Okay.
And he doesn't like that.
So,
because he's bullying me.
I had asked her if he didn't take care of me and he wasn't my caregiver, can I have
using me?
He did nothing to help me.
Oh, that guy.
Okay. And I told her what Hussein told me.
I love how his dad's not responding to him either.
He's not here.
He's just sitting there,
He said he was
listening to him.
And I said, well, okay, is he here? Because I know he leaves on Saturdays. And he said, no, nobody's here. I said, what about Eric? Is he here upstairs? He said, no, he's gone.
Yeah.
His friend. I said, then why are you working for? Because you're here. I had to take care of the house. And I said, well, Royal says, no, you can't work here if your client's not here. So I told him that. Well, I called and told that to Jamie, and Jamie said, yeah, that is true, but he was here for me.
Here's my complaint. Here's another complaint.
So she was going to try
Here's another complaint. The guy complains about everything.
Because I told her about the reimbursement.
It's worse than a woman.
Hours left over. She said I had hours left over. She would call and find someone. I said, well...
And if you send me hate comments about that, me saying that, and you're a girl, I have a point. I'm just saying.
She can't come in. I said, well, what about Laura then, who doesn't have overtime? Because I know that she, you know, can work on Saturdays, but they don't put her on Saturdays.
You know, you got to think that at some point Tom has to sit back and think, Andy himself has caused some of this. He can't truly believe that everybody is the problem.
No, he does.
All just out to get him.
He's gonna have to.
At some point,
he has to.
Be like, you know what?
Of course he does. Are you kidding me?
He's causing some of these issues.
The dad knows that he's causing most of these issues.
I have 14 days, and she has a limited work schedule.
14 days.
Her kids, as a single mom.
Even though I fired everyone, doesn't mean I don't have that. Why did they stop working for me if I fired them? I don't understand. Annie doesn't understand. Oh my gosh.
They have the messages on their phones broadcasted to them and everybody gets text messages of what shifts are available and everything. They can pick it up. I said, well, I need help. What about you calling?
He does. He needs help.
It's a sunny day out. I don't want to do that. So I told her,
Sounds good enough of a reason for me.
you fired Nicole, that the house is so dirty. There's a lot more bugs in here of all kinds.
Bugs.
Place
all over the place.
The food is getting low. There's no cleaning supplies in here. Nobody's doing anything. Well, she said to me,
what do you say, Andy? What'd you say?
well, they have to clean. They're not doing. They have to do these things. I said, well, who's here to check on them for?
I know, right?
Because they're not doing anything. Nicole was the only one who would take us in the community and do things with us and help us and clean and shop.
And shop, of course.
She didn't like me saying that to her. She was fired because she violated HIPAA. I said, no, she didn't. I gave her all permission. I even texted her. I verbally told her. She always shows me. Oh,
And
no.
once again,
Also, apparently,
it's because of him that she got fired, most likely.
with me and others on social media. And I said, really? Because that was never the case, because somebody posted a conversation between her and with her on Facebook Messenger that.
By the way, HIPAA laws, once again, this is something I know about. HIPAA laws, if you're dealing with mentally ill patients and they can't consent, guess what? If Andy Ditch goes up to her and says, hey, you can post that. Yeah, you can post our conversation. He can't consent. You know? So yeah, she violated HIPAA laws. Like, she can't consent. And he can't consent, I mean. So, like, yeah, she's violating it.
I gave permission for her to speak.
You can't give permission, you dumbass.
To defend me. You're telling me that she got fired for that? Oh no, she was also fired because she had her child there, and it's very inappropriate for her child to be in my room with me.
Yeah, that's also another reason.
So I said, well, is there a crime here? Then maybe you should call the cops.
Both reasons.
She was saying, well, there was other things that she was fired for, including giving your medications and sorting your medications and testing your blood sugar when she's not medically trained to do that.
Right, because she's not an RN.
My doctor told her how to help me when I needed help.
Doesn't matter, man. You can't consent.
There has got to be stories going around in the medical community about this individual, and it has got to send shivers down everybody's spine.
She said, yeah, well, that's not why she was fired, though.
Probably his file literally says faker on it. Like, yeah. Because, I mean, his file must be huge because he's been everywhere. And anyone that gets that file, like, that gets to look through it, man, I would love to look through that medical file. Because it has to be huge. And with the doctor's notes, I want to see the doctor's notes. I would love to see what the doctors have to say about him. Because if you don't know this, doctor's notes often include other things that they don't tell their patients. And there's stuff that they write that it's not always flattering, and it will follow you. And unfortunately, if a doctor has some certain issues with you, it'll be in your file. And a bad doctor can mess up your future things, you know? So hopefully that's not in there. I mean, for Andy, it's 100%. There are certain things that I know would be written inside his file, and nobody ever would, you know, take him seriously because of that.
I said,
that's why he has to go, he has to travel in order to, you know, do it. And then they start treating him differently after several, you know, days because the files of all of his medical records need to be sent to them.
They said that to me, though. Why is it? And I asked her. So age. So I asked her. So you are discriminating against somebody's age for being here. Why am I not allowed to have?
It's just so crazy that he's making this argument.
Friend, right? She said, "Yeah, but it's very inappropriate for a child to be with you." I said, "Well, his dad gave him permission."
I wonder if. I want to know who's keyboard typing. Is that Andrew or is that the dad? I think it's the dad.
It's her kid when it's not. So therefore, Dad, I want you to know that Nicole was fired for everything but. And Royal is saying that they have to take care of some people here, even when they're under another client, and that client's not here. So why are they not providing 24-hour care like every state agency has said they had to, and was supposed to be providing? See, they're just, like, I think you're right, Dad, that they are doing this just to try to get me upset.
84 hours in a week?
And they don't want to give it to me.
Andy, dude.
What do you think, Dad?
What did I say before?
They're doing everything possible to get rid of me.
Get you pissed off and get out of there, or get in trouble, right? Because I'm sure your roommates don't call them every day and bother them or talk to them or complain or do anything.
Yeah, well, they don't need the help that I need.
Even if they did, they probably wouldn't. I don't know. Problem is that you're too much of a complainer.
See, that is real facts right there.
Companies get rid of.
So I told her, just because I'm in diapers doesn't make me having a fetish and doesn't make me sexual or anything. And she didn't like that and hung up on me.
Yeah, I get it, but it's the complainer.
But I told her how there's a conversation.
I love how his dad just like says it and doesn't even care that he's like, what?
That were posted how they violated my HIPAA and everything.
Yes, because we're the ones that uploaded all your medical records. We're the ones that...
Yeah, he's not like a chronic poster or anything like that.
Very, very personal life details.
He shares everything online. Literally, you can like literally watch him on his, if you get his Twitter or you get his YouTube channels, or he's like Cyrax. The guy is very well at documenting himself.
And how she was even one of the conversations that was part of one of those conversations.
I don't even know why he does that. He's not even a nuisance streamer. He's not like Cyrax, who has actually a goal. Like, at least Cyrax is a goal, which is to become famous, and I guess he's got it.
And she had zero answer to that.
Why does he post everything online? Is it because his evidence? I have no clue.
Off the internet who spread rumors about me and lied about me and can't even tell the truth. Why are you trusting them over Nicole or me? Are you a threat to other people? I always answer no, because usually that's always a no, unless I'm lying just to try to get out of something or try to get help.
Yeah, see, that too is a lie, because he's constantly lying. And the reason why he does that is because autistic people don't tend to lie, because they don't understand the makeup of a lie. So like I have friends that are autistic, and actually I kind of prefer to hang out with them, because they'll tell you exactly what they think and they won't sugarcoat it. Like, some of them have started to get the grasp of, don't say things that are gonna offend people, but like some of the time they will say whatever is on their mind, and I love that about them. I absolutely love that. Severely autistic people it's another story. I have a friend named, I used to at least, a friend named Kyle that was pretty cool when I was in grade school. Yeah, but anyways, autistic people are awesome. So, yeah.
You just did it, and I told her what you said. How you did that only to get me upset. And I told her what that one Reddit poster said. How she did that only knowing that I was on my last straw with Royal, and that they would be doing this to set me off, knowing that if they fire Nicole, I will get into his shit.
Yeah, of course. You know, the Royal did not fire Nicole to set him off. What set him off is the fact that he can't have a little kid around.
Then I'm going on Reddit to look at up information that's being said about me and everything, and how I'm breaking my promise with him because he doesn't want me going on Reddit because it upsets me, and he could tell when I'm upset from this stuff on Reddit and stuff, right? And it was my promise, but I saw there was a comment said how I am mad because I don't have access to a child anymore. I don't care about a child. As you know, Dad, and you were talking to even Nicole, all I care about is having a friend or an interaction with someone. I don't care if it's a child or 40-year-old or 80-year-old. So I started asking Jamie questions after I thought about these things, after it took me time to process.
If he can't even acknowledge why people would be suspicious or worried, then that alone says so much about what he's thinking about and his goals.
So I called her back and asked her these questions. What? So you're telling me that Nicole was fired for having a child over me in my room? She said it's very inappropriate. I said, well, he's a friend of mine. Don't I have a right to have a friend over here? She said, no, it's very inappropriate. I said, well, what about his own father? Is he allowed to come over here? Because he was in my bedroom. He helped me set up my computer desk. He helped me with the air conditioner, finishing, making sure it was set up safely. He put my curtain rods up and stuff. You're saying that he couldn't do that? Oh no, he can do that. I said, but what difference does it make if he can help me, but I can't have, and he could be in my room, but his son can't? See what I'm trying to get at?
No.
I know.
I'm only looking to defend myself from what people are trying to make me look like I am.
Nicole's son is a child.
Yeah, I get
you're
that.
An adult, 40 years old, and that's why.
I get that.
It's inappropriate because people that are 40 years old sometimes go after, as a predator, to go after.
But I have no interest in that.
See?
I know, but they don't look at it that way.
No, people on the internet who lie about me don't think that way.
Once again, if you didn't upload all that weird, creepy shit that you uploaded, doing that weird, PDF-like shit, then we would never have these suspicions.
So, booyah.
Yeah.
They're going to find any reason to bitch and complain because you're a complainer.
Yeah, but this isn't even me who made these complaints.
You gotta stop complaining.
So because of my complaining, they fired Nicole?
Yes.
Probably.
So basically, you're right that they are a bully of mine online.
And then I already said, and I already told Nicole that it's probably an inside job.
You have behavior issues, and you're not safe to children. And I said, well, if I'm not safe to children, then why did you give Nicole permission on Easter to be able to work and take me to her house because she was having Easter dinner? That was the only way she was going to work for me. Because I didn't have anyone else to take care of me that
He made her work on Easter?
her that permission, and
Dude.
that's not allowed for that to be done. I said, well, if it's, but you guys said it was okay then, why is it not okay now? And she had her 2 children there. She had her husband there.
Probably because he would have punched you in the face. Wait,
I invite my friends to my birthday party.
children?
James, who is his dad, and Don. I even invited Chris.
His story doesn't make any sense.
Well, that's inappropriate. I said, how is it inappropriate to have somebody at my birthday party? So you're trying to say I can't go out in the community and interact with the community?
Andy, I think it's about time to stop, calm down, and talk about it, because it sounds like you're starting to get real...
But she's saying I'm not allowed to interact with them.
Oh my gosh.
Danger to everyone.
You just put it in your head, they're idiots, okay? That's it.
So anyways, at the end of the call, I called the police.
Oh god.
Because I asked Jamie, why don't you guys call the police if I'm such a danger to children and stuff? And
Yeah, call the police.
He needs to watch out. I mean, Tom, because if something was to happen, then just remember, he's calling everybody else idiots for being worried.
Okay, fine. If Dad's responsible for me, then I'll let Dad die because I need that help.
So
I
crazy.
called the police. You know what they said?
What?
I'm well aware this has been said all the time. I go off the facts. You did nothing wrong. You're not a predator. And there's nothing wrong with a kid playing on your computer in your bedroom. There's no crime committed. And I said, well, yeah, because I don't have any interest in inappropriate stuff like that.
But Andy likes touching myself. I like jerking off.
Oh gosh.
I care about people. Why would I want to hurt a kid? I don't go around hurting people on purpose. I am having vague thoughts of hurting my father for not getting what I want.
Right.
See what I'm trying to get at, and that's what I even told Jamie.
I know, I get it.
But Jamie seems to think I'm a predator and everything, when I'm not.
Boy.
Yeah, that long pause. That says a lot. Tom knows. He knows, he just doesn't want to say anything.
So then I told her...
No. The very, very simple answer. You talked to her, you told her, Jamie's not there to know, so how could she say?
So I told her...
Oh.
You don't have to give her a big explanation or anything else. It's just a matter of just common sense.
Yeah, and there's also common sense if I'm not registered as a sex offender for one.
That's Cyrax's excuse. I'm not registered. Oh gosh.
Spreading rumors about someone.
Yeah, I know, Andy.
And that's what's being said. Don't hear.
Andy, you still don't understand or get what people do and what's going on.
I
That's
don't.
the big problem.
Why is Royal believing some random stranger for?
I know. I think we better end this conversation.
But why?
Yes, you should. But it's absolutely crazy. This guy thinks that, like, even if he's not, like, let's say in a perfect world that Andy is not a PDF, right? Let's just say in a perfect world where everything is great and happy. Having a conversation like this and getting frustrated over it is going to send off red flag. You know he posted this too. This isn't stolen stuff. He posted it. He full well knew what he was doing. Like, if you don't want the rumors to start, don't do things like this. Keep this private. It's like, God damn it. Do you care about your privacy? There's privacy, people. Things that you have private. You know? Keep that private. If you're one of those weirdos out there, keep it private. But no, Andy's going to spew it all over the internet. You know? It's like, holy crap, what is wrong with you, dude? it's, and he does it because I don't think he is a PDF. I don't think he is. I think he does it so that people think he's an idiot. And so that allows you to be like, oh, well, he must have autism because who would be so idiotic to post this? And I don't know. I'm thinking like it's 4D chess that he's trying to play, but he's doing it all wrong.
Jordan bring her 3 kids here. One of them's a baby.
Yeah.
You know what her response was? Well, we're great. I didn't know anything about that. I said, well, yeah, she brings her 7-year-old daughter and 5-year-old son here too.
Oh,
Even
well,
sleep here when she worked here a few nights.
goodbye. You got another one fired.
John can't be here. Who's 11? Why is
Gosh.
5 and a newborn allowed to be here?
And it's like what you're doing is bitching at me and going around circles because you're upset and you're not really accomplishing anything.
Well, questioning them, why are they doing it to one but not another, is questioning them.
Hey, Holiness.
They discriminate against me.
I am just Andrew Ditch, man. He is the diaper deviant who likes kids, apparently.
And there's not even allowed to be smoking any cigarettes allowed. They did nothing about him. His violent behavior of taking a knife to the caregivers.
Well, that sounds very familiar. Let me look at this receipt. I think I got. Let's see here.
He took the knife to me.
When he was told not to smoke in here.
Yeah, he slapped Andy around, I bet.
I never took any knife to anyone like Michael Wardell did. What do you think about this?
His dad's just like, nope, not doing this. Not doing this tonight. I am gone.
You don't like me questioning Royal?
No, because you're going around the circles the same over and over, and he can't change anything.
You're right, but I was just telling you.
You have people that are like Jamie, and you have people in the institution that you're...
And Andy knows this annoys the dad.
Troublemakers. They're the ones...
Tom.
They're the ones
I can't...
that get fired, but they get to stay on because they're bullies. They're in the regime, the organization. You can understand that organization thing of people sticking together for better or for worse to screw other people for their own enjoyment. Because, like Nicole says, they do not, and I repeat, do not have anything else to do other than to torment other people. When are you going to learn?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's a great mentality to teach.
Okay. I'm not part of any organization. I don't know what they're talking about. So, like, if there is an organization that's like exists to torment these people because they're weird or whatever, I'm not part of it. So, yeah, I'm not part of it.
Your kids, like, really, why wouldn't you try to teach them to overcome problems and to adapt instead of making the whole world against you as a victim?
That he wants me to be his supervisor when he takes a shower and help him wash. Absolutely not. There's 2 reasons why. One, he's a 36-year-old man. He should know how to do it. But he's got to have all these pictures. But the other thing I'm interested and I'm concerned about is the way he is against me and how hatred he shows towards me at times. That he would cause things and call you that I have sexually abused him. Because he's done that to the other people. And Nicole
Yep.
said that too, and we already know that. Everybody that lives in this world puts up with the bull at one time or another, if not...
Yeah, that's true. Because if you were to help him in the shower, he would eventually just say, oh, excuse me! Excuse me! I've been sexually abused! Stop using me! And people that don't know Andy, who he is and what he does, and like all this other crap, they'll be fired. And they might even face charges. Until like the court actually figures out, oh crap, this guy like is a habitual liar about that. Like, he's not special. The guy acts like he's special, but he's not. He's not autistic, as we've already seen in this video. You know, he showed it several times. It's just, he's a weirdo.
All the time. Why do you think I don't bother even with the neighbors or talk to anybody around here or anywhere else? Because one minute they're your friends, and then the next minute they're stabbing you in the back and bullshit and starting trouble. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
So you got to understand that.
We're going to play Bloodstained, by the way, after this. There's about 10 minutes left.
Yeah, I wanted to ask her, why does James play Fortnite and he's an adult?
Okay, let's just give it up, okay?
He's just like, give it up. And also, that's a terrible game. Why the hell are you playing Fortnite? Anyone on here, you're playing Fortnite? What is wrong with you? Fortnite's terrible. Get PUBG. PUBG, if you're going to play a battle royale, play the original one. Get PUBG. What the heck is Fortnite? Jeez. And like, don't play PUBG. It's a shooter. Like, play something else. It's better.
Yep, I'm giving it up because I'm not, well, Dad, so you know, Jamie also gave me permission, to get another home care agency to take care of me here.
Oh, perfect. Great.
As long as I want to be here.
And that's the other reason. You keep telling people, oh, I don't want to be here. I don't need help. I don't want you, and I don't like you. And when you start doing that, that pushes people away.
Royal, wait, Jamie's the one who said I don't need that help or any of that stuff.
I don't give a shit.
Oh my gosh.
I am really...
So when Jamie said that stuff, I got confused and frustrated.
I know, but you're making everything goddamn complicated.
Yep.
Because he's manipulative.
I think you're trying to manipulate me today.
Oh, I am?
I think you are.
It's not expressing what you need right now. It's not. You're manipulating like usual.
I need that help, Dad, but Jamie says I don't need that.
You don't need to keep bitching. Bitching doesn't get you anywhere. Sometimes...
Bitches get stitches.
I don't know how. That's why I go to you. That's why I go to Nicole. That's why I go to my caseworkers. That's why I go to my doctors.
Well, obviously, you're so brainwashed or whatever.
Yeah, it's literally crazy.
I understand that.
Yeah, and Dad, one of the things that I was told by my coordinator yesterday, remember, is I never got any eviction notice.
I know you have, and Andy, that's why I think they're playing with you and all this other bullshit.
And
I don't know if I like Nicole's idea of not paying your rent, because if everything backfires, where are you going to go?
That's right.
No place to go then.
Yeah, I know, but then at least I have 30 days notice, and I already found a few apartments, Dad.
Oh, wow.
And I gave that to my coordinator and Nicole, and both of them, Nicole's going to look into them.
Off his SSI, or whatever his income is, I don't know how the hell he can afford any kind of an apartment.
I guarantee you I can get a job, and a good paying job with my resume writing, unlike you.
Because he has SSI.
So at least I know, even if I don't pay rent...
This is crazy. That he has SSI even.
Okay. I can still stay here. Because it takes 60 to 90 days to get an eviction for non-pay. By that time, I'm gone. That's my plan. And that's what Nicole's trying to express to you.
Do what you want, Andy.
So...
If you know enough. If it doesn't, if that's further than you, you're the one that needs punished for that.
Bye, Dad. I just thought you would like to explain to me what some of the things that you feel about this stuff.
Well, I already know this stupid game. Alright, I'll talk to you later. They're disgusting. Alright.
Yeah, bye. I love you.
Wow, his dad didn't say I love you too.
I can't believe it, honestly. There's so many clips. I got so much. This arguing over having a child in his room is
Okay, yeah. Okay, so that's it for the video. Remember, it's Mr. Beefy. If you like that and you want more of that, then check out his channel, subscribe to him, and mention that I sent you. You know, he might reach out to me and want to collab or do something. So hey, mention that I sent you. So anyways, yeah. Let's swivel over here. Hello. I got this all. Gonna get it all scened up. Gonna get re-scened. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna play Bloodstained because Bloodstained is fun, and I think we're gonna beat Bloodstained. We're not just gonna play it. We're gonna win Bloodstained. Not tonight, obviously. But why is it doing that? Hold on. I'm not gonna play it on a little screen like that. Well, I had to reconfigure this. What is up with my graphics? That's all right. All epic. So, let's see what we got here. Yeah. Trying to move my microphone closer to me. Yeah. We are going to do a new save. Laura. Oh. Well.
The Industrial Revolution ushered in a new era that threatened to transform the values of men. No longer would spirituality be their compass, but not all welcomed the change. In 1783, just as the fires of the Laki eruption had plunged all of Europe into an ashen darkness, a horde of demons spilled from the shadows and fell upon city after English city. It was a message. The Alchemy Guild, fearing the rise of industrialism and abandonment by their wealthy patrons, had done the unthinkable to defend their existence. Through recondite arts, the alchemists had created shard binders, humans transplanted with crystal that attuned them to demonic power. They sacrificed the shard binders, and in doing so threw the gates of the world open to the kingdom of God.
That's right.
Countless innocents died.
Damn demons!
And though the church succeeded in vanquishing the Hell's End, a steep price had already been paid and collected. As for the shard binders, they were presumed to have all died in the sacrificial rite. However, two survived. Jayce, a boy for whom by some miracle the rite could not prove fatal. And Miriam, a girl who spared the rite altogether on account of the strange slumber that took her just before it could begin. 10 years have passed. Mankind too soon forgets tragedy. The demons have returned, presaged by a great castle. And on this very hour, Miriam awakens.
Ooh.
Upon learning Jayce is the architect of this new, blood-stained ritual, Miriam and the alchemist Johannes set forth for the accursed castle. Their galleon cuts through the water, lancing towards the inevitable.
All right.
Johannes, are you certain it was...
Okay, I gotta go to the bathroom, so hold on. I'll be right back. I'm back. Sorry about that. All right. Probably lost everyone that was watching.
It was Gino's doing, Miriam. No mistake.
It's so hard to believe. I wouldn't even be alive if not for him.
I know. I know how you feel. But the facts are apparent. And the hell he endured 10 years ago would break the best of souls. Miriam, I want you to know that I'm sorry. What my brothers subjected you to... there's no forgiving it.
It was their transgression, not yours. You always took care of us.
Obviously, not enough.
Well, let it go, Johannes. We need to focus on the task ahead. If Jebel is responsible for the summoning, then I have to stop him. I gave him my word.
I ought to do it. He was my best friend.
But I'm the only one who can. The shard experiments prepared me for combat. Let them amount to something. 10 whole years. What put me in that sleep?
I wish I had the answer. All I know is the spell that stopped time for you was advanced, arcane. But by observing the ebb of the magic's hold on you, I was able to predict exactly when you would wake up.
see.
We'll make landfall soon. You should get ready. I had the chest there packed with essential equipment. Now would be a good time to put it on.
Equipment tutorial.
Good. You're prepared. The next order of business is...
All right, cool.
I'll take care of it.
Yeah! All right. So we got a shard.
Was that a shard?
I'd forgotten the way it felt. Like uninvited claws scraping across my bones.
The demon's power was transmuted into that shard, which forcibly bonded to the crystal embedded in your body. The strength you gain from it is undeniable, but eventually, the crystal will devour you.
I thought the procedure you discovered halted the corruption.
It did, but that doesn't guarantee you'll be safe if you start absorbing shards in massive quantities.
I know my body's limits better than anyone. And I'm going to need all the power I can get. And if I run into trouble, you can help me. You've done it before. You'll do it again.
Thanks for giving me a choice in the matter. Well, I won't let you down. Not if I can help it. Just promise you won't push yourself.
Oh no!
How do they get inside?
The demons from the castle must have infested the ship.
Then they can help me wake up these muscles of mine. I'll wipe the deck with them.
Okay. There we are. So, this is a fun little game. So I hear they're releasing a second one. That is coming out earlier in the year.
This device responds.
So there's lots of secrets. So also, if you looking at this, you kind of get the feeling that it's Castlevania, pretty much. Well, that's because it is. It's made by Iga Higurashi, I think it is. It's a very fun game, and if you like Castlevania type stuff, well, then you'll be right at home with this. It is the new Castlevania, you know, Symphony of the Night, basically. Is there anything over here? Oh, okay. Hey, you got that right off the bat. That looks pretty cool. I've been wearing these for a little bit. Oh, look. It's Shantae. The look. All right. So basically that's just showing you how to regain mana and stuff like that. And I think I need to go back the other way. Crap. Regain an extra life. Counting scraps. So the other day today actually also too, I've been working really hard on getting my RPG done, my TTRPG, tabletop. And I think I had a pretty good day of it today and yesterday too. I'm getting the combat rolls finished, and yesterday I was working on combat rolls. But today I managed to get into max MP. But I managed to get the combat rolls finished, and for the game, I'm pretty much there. Why won't it let me jump on there? There. But yeah, no, it was pretty good. I got it done, and I'm doing the spell stuff and environments, but it's starting to become pretty solid. So I would guess maybe in about 2 months I'll be actually finished with making the rule set for it. Maybe less even, which I hope less, because 2 months is a long time. Forget where the different hidden rooms are. Not necessarily. Don't remember all of them, you know? But yeah, doing the armors and stuff like that was really fun too. I seem to be getting a lot of drops with this. Is this like a luck thing? Interesting. as well save, you know? Well, no, I wasn't gonna. But yeah, so the way that I made it was, what's really different about it is it has a sanity meter, and that determines a lot for it. But also, you have HP and VP, which HP, kind of like your shield, basically. So, like, you can take so much HP damage and you won't die. But if you take a ton of VP damage, you'll die. So, HP is, like, recoverable, VP isn't. Unless through, like, healing and stuff like that, you know? I'm really trying to go for that really... Okay. What? My damage went way down when I took that off. Oh, okay, that's a save. So, it's a horror-based one, thriller. Very cool. When I get it done, I'll be sure to share with all of you. It's a lot of... It's very interesting the way that I did it. Taking a long time to work on it. There we go. All right. The potion.
So, Sleeping Beauty, you've decided to awaken.
Jayce, tell me you didn't do this. It doesn't make any sense.
How does it not? After all the sins humans wrought upon us?
Johannes told me what they did to you. And you're right, it's horrible. But what you're doing now is just as bad.
No! No, there you are very wrong. What the alchemists did was reshuffle our bodies. What I intend to do is reshuffle the world. I'd say I've earned the right. Join me, Miriam. You're the only one who understands the pain I feel. What it's like to no longer be human.
What? I never thought I'd hear those words from you. I was the one that came to you broken, convinced I was a monster. And you told me...
This is nonsense.
You told me... Our power doesn't make us good or bad. Our choices do. I'd given up on my humanity, but you restored my hope. Don't you remember?
Master Jayce, we must return.
Miriam, I tire of reminiscing with you. You're here to kill me, aren't you? Then first prove you can find me. Along the way, you'll have no choice but to absorb shards and avail yourself of the powers of hell. If you can still claim to be human at the end of it all, then perhaps I might be more inclined to listen. Come, Gremlin. We're leaving.
Oh no! They got away!
People, wait! The Jayce I know. I will put a stop to all this.
All right.
Bloodstain.
Ritual of the night. I love that.
We're here.
Was this a village? What happened to it? The demons Jayce summoned?
They've moved faster than we hoped. Miriam, we have to hurry. This was where we were supposed to meet our contact.
All right. But wait. Let me clear the area. There are still demons about.
Yeah, and a lot of the stuff works differently than most RPG systems. Like, armor actually negates damage. So your armor rating is different than, like, dodging. Dodging's like classic RPGs if you miss it and stuff like that. All right.
Thank you, Miriam. You know who I am. And that means...
I'm sorry we couldn't get here sooner, Dominique.
So this is our contact. Yes, the church sent me. An exorcist. Then we're lucky to have you, Dominique. And the church you, Miriam. Thank you for guiding her here, Johannes.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have asked if it wasn't important. But you should tell us why you need her. Miriam isn't one to shy away from danger. But she deserves to be armed with all the facts.
Yes, very well. I told you when I contacted you that the Shardbinder Jebel is responsible for summoning the castle. Yes, there's no mistake about that. He admitted as much.
What? You spoke to him?
Then let me get right to the point. I find it curious that the outpouring of demons, facilitated by one Shardbinder, just happens to coincide with the sudden awakening of the other Shardbinder after exactly 10 years.
You're right, it is strange. But the church doesn't get to drag Miriam into this just because the timing is odd.
Oh, do you decide for her then? I asked you to bring her here so she could see the horrors that have befallen the village and make an informed choice. I have no intention of forcing you, Miriam. You don't have to. I gave Jebel my word that I would stop him. What happened here only strengthens my resolve. Thank you, Miriam. I am sorry to put it on your shoulders.
Pardon me?
Oh, hello there. Are you alright? We didn't mean to ignore you.
I'm alright, thank you.
You are quite welcome. Do you have a name?
Anne.
What a lovely name! Anne, you shouldn't be out here. Let me take you somewhere safe.
Oh, alright.
Come on, this way.
All right.
I did some looking around before, and this place seems secure.
Yes, agreed.
Johannes, you, Anne, and I will remain here. We can assist Miriam from safe ground.
What? We can't ask her to brave the castle alone?
Don't be foolish. She is trained in combat. Are you? We would only get in the way.
That's not the point.
I'll be fine, Johannes. Please don't worry.
He's a simp!
All right.
Simp!
But we'll be here if you need us.
Let's not waste any time. We have a lot to do.
Come back if you need anything. I'll get a workshop running so I can perform alchemy for you.
Thank you, Johannes.
I know you're strong, but be careful.
I will.
All right. We're going to his room first. Because he has something that we need. Healing! All right. So...
here she is. You have to marvel at the church's resources. Look at what they've provided for us.
I know, it's incredible.
So, what I can do for you here in the workshop is take materials you bring me and transmute them into new items. But the alchemy is easier to show you than explain. Here, I have some materials we can use. So... what are we transmuting this time? Once I've transmuted an item, I'll pass it on to Dominique so she can carry it at the supply post for you. I'll do my best to inform you of what items you can make from what materials. But when it comes to items I don't know about, you'll have to find a formula for me and bring it here.
I understand.
Also, the demon crystal you've obtained, the shards, those can be transmuted the same way as items. Each shard requires specific materials, but it's worth it to make your shards more useful. Try it when you get the chance.
I think I will.
Also, neither one of us has been eating well. No wonder, considering the struggle we've been through to survive. If you bring me the ingredients, I can use alchemy to prepare meals for us. With proper nutrition and a varied diet, you have the potential to get much stronger.
Yeah, eating time. Yeah, we'll give you a stat boost.
It's good to see you. What are we transmuting this time?
We don't have anything we can make.
Johannes, can you tell me more about what happened 10 years ago?
It started when the interests of the rich shifted away from the spiritual and esoteric in favor of more material investments. The alchemists' research was expensive. The guild members didn't want to lose their wealthy patrons. So they warned again and again that demons would come if people let go of their spirituality. But people don't change that easily. So the alchemists took a more drastic measure.
You mean us? The Shardbinders?
Yes. It shames me that I was even connected to what they did. But at least you have the facts of it.
It's all right. Thank you for telling me.
Right.
Oh, I still owe you my life.
Miriam, welcome. Since this is your first time here, let me tell you a little bit about the supply post. Please. I have made arrangements so you can buy and sell items here. I would have liked to provide what you need for free, but seeing as we are largely cut off from the church's funds out here, I will need money in order to keep the supply post stocked. I hope you don't mind paying. No, I understand. I appreciate you doing what you can. I can also buy shards from you if you no longer need them. Wait, is trade in demon shards even allowed? Of course. The church would sooner gather them up and make certain they are purified. I am not permitted to sell them, but I can buy them off you. You may want to keep extras, since possessing multiple shards of the same type amplifies its power, but there is a limit to how far that can go. And more importantly, if you carry a large number of shards, your body's corruption may accelerate, but I'll find a way to deal with that myself. I still recommend selling your shards as a means of making money. All right, I know you're looking out for me. I think that explains everything. Now, would you like to have a look around?
I don't know if corruption was a mechanic before, but I don't think you can actually be harmed by anything. So.
Oh, I forgot to... Thank you. I invited the other survivors inside where it's safe. They all have troubles that need resolving, if you can spare them the time. I'll do what I can. I know you will. Come back anytime. I'll be praying for you.
All right.
You there? It was awful. Those monsters came out of nowhere. We ran for dear life.
Where are the others?
Dead, most of them. My dear husband included. Those devils have to pay. Those murderers. You look strong, miss. I'm begging you. Help me.
If it's within my power.
Oh, thank you. My name's Lindsay. What's yours?
Miriam.
Well, Miriam, I'll gather whatever information I can about the monsters that wronged us. I want you to hunt down the monsters and take vengeance on them. The efforts won't go unrewarded, I promise you that.
All right. I'll do it.
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters. Help my husband rest in peace. Kill that murderer dead!
All right. There we go. We got capacity up. That's weird. This is no music. Did I turn down the mute? No? Huh. Weird. I don't remember this place being silent. Kind of strange. It sounds, you know, you don't hear the... Right. Get the Basilard or whatever it is. Yeah, there's a ton of items too, which I spent a long time making the items. The weapons and such, and the armors and all of that stuff. The entrance. All right. Probably gonna play later on tonight, so. Lion's Mane. There we Ectoplasm? Level up. Good. Okay. While attempting to create my homunculus, I discovered a strange formation of white crystal growing on the subject. What is it? A sign at long last, that my studies are progressing. I must observe it diligently and learn all I can. The crystal I discovered appears to be multiplying. Slowly, its corruption spreads through the cadaver I chose as a subject. It is a marvelous substance, neither entirely a liquid nor a solid. As soon as I have enough, I shall begin experiments to discover its other properties. Jayce. Weird. It dropped to the floor, but I picked it up in the air. Back. Stone mask. Cool. Uh-oh.
Miriam? It can't be.
Alfred?
Why are you here? Johannes, that fool of an apprentice should have stayed out of this.
You have a lot to explain for. After all the terrible things you've done?
All that is in the past. I'll not be defending my actions to you.
Don't I deserve it? You were like a father to me.
Well, enough, child. I am here for the book. Jayce has the book.
What are you talking about?
If you don't already know, then let us keep it that way.
Alfred, how are you still alive?
What were you thinking of coming here?
You can answer my question first.
Happens to like run up there at that time.
All that matters is that I am alive. Did you come here for the book?
Book? The Liber Locaeth?
Make no mistake. I won't let anyone touch that tome but me.
Not even you should touch it. Didn't what happened 10 years ago teach you anything?
I don't have time to argue with you. I just hope you are wise enough not to get in my way.
What?
You know full well my power exceeds yours. Take Miriam and leave this place. Otherwise, you will die.
I came here because something didn't feel right. But I didn't expect him.
Johannes, what is the Liber Logaeth?
It's a book the Alchemy Guild once possessed that allows for the summoning of spirits. The Guild used it to bring about the calamity 10 years ago. And the Shardbinder's crystal acted as a kind of catalyst.
A book like that shouldn't even exist.
I know. Alfred must be trying to restore the Alchemy Guild to power. But we cannot let him lay hands on the Liber Logaeth.
He said Jeeble had it. You know, I think I might have seen it.
It makes sense, considering the situation we're in. He must have gotten his hands on it after surviving the sacrifice.
So now I have to stop Alfred too.
No, let's focus on Jeeble. If we can get to him and the book before Alfred does, we'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Good point. All right.
Dominique might know what to do about Alfred in the meantime. I'll head back to the village and see what she has to say.
All right. Of course. Yeah, I need to get double jump first. All right. The Garden of Silence. All right, heal up some. Nope. I'm just seeing these weapons scale. Several months have passed since I wandered into the castle. I have managed to survive thus far by rummaging through treasure chests without the monsters taking notice. Will I find something palatable today? For once, I'd like to crack a chest open and find a mouth-watering hunk of meat. Alright. Now we're at the top. Hooray! Alright. Over the wheel. And now we can go back to the very beginning.
Have you learned anything new?
Here's what I've turned up on the monster. Good work. Here's your reward.
Hooray!
Have you learned anything new?
We beat a quest.
Here's what I've turned up on the monster. Help my little sister Rosalie rest in peace. Kill those murderers dead!
Got any target?
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters. Help my cousin Annette rest in peace. Kill those murderers dead!
Got any targets?
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters. Help my neighbor Lisa rest in peace. Kill those murderers dead!
Have you learned anything new?
Here's what I've turned up on the monster. Help Dr. Simon rest in peace. Kill those murderers dead!
I love how they did that. They chose characters from Castlevania.
It's good to see. So, what'll it be?
They added quite a few. Jeez.
Oh, the castle, but so you may find traces of our facilities intermingled with the rest.
Now that you mention it, I do remember seeing an area dedicated to the study of Eastern mysticism.
Yes, and another of us was researching how to create giant organisms. Anyway, just be mindful of the facility's existence. The knowledge may keep you out of harm's way while you explore.
All right. Thank you.
Remember, not to rely too heavily on the shards. What are you looking to buy? Is this right? Many thanks.
Okay.
Is this right? Then we have a deal. Is this right? Then we have a deal. Is many thanks. Is this right? Many thanks. Is thank you. Is the thank you. Is then we have a deal.
Okay. No key items. We're not gonna buy any of that stuff because we can just literally.
Thank you. Come back anytime.
I'd rather keel over and die than spend another moment in a living hell like this one.
Oh, don't say that.
Never you mind me, young lady. What's your name? I'm Susie.
Miriam, is there anything I can do to help?
Well, I do enjoy a good meal, but I can't remember the names of the dishes I like.
I'll help you figure it out.
All right.
I suppose I'll stick around and wait a little while longer.
She had to make this lady food so she doesn't kill herself. I suppose I should talk to the little girl too.
So there are still demons outside. Oh, they're so scary.
Alright.
It's good to see you. What are we transmuting this time?
We don't have any of that, so.
I'll go with this. Great. I'll go with this. Great. Alfred was...
Former master.
I don't know. I was just wondering if you remember anything about him that I don't.
Fair enough. As I recall, he was studying ways of drastically slowing down objects. He was a genius, to be quite honest, but I have no respect for that now.
Why not?
Because he fought against sacrificing you right to the final moment, only to change his mind like a coward.
I see. Thank you.
So none of this stuff I can eat? Fine.
So,
I'll talk to him again.
I'll go with this. Great.
Stop back often.
Damn! Okay, let's buy some more ingredients. I'm trying to get the things that way we can make them and get some stat bonuses, you know?
I have... What are you looking to buy?
Ingredients! Silly witch!
Is this right? Thank you. Is this right? Many thanks. Is this right? Many thanks. Is this right? Then we have a deal. Is this right? Then we have a deal. Thank you. I'll be here. Yeah! Oh! Here!
It's good to
How
see
about
you.
this?
So, what'll it be?
Ah! You can make Maju. And that will give us one more luck.
Great!
Make butter too.
Great! Johannes, how was it you figured out a way to stop the crystal from corrupting me?
I hate to say it, but I borrowed a bit from Alfred's research. He was studying ways to slow down objects. My attempt only worked when I placed Enochian script equivalent to what he chose in the same circular pattern.
I think I understand. Sort of.
Do you now?
I understand that you're far smarter than me.
And a poor teacher, apparently.
Where's the Maju? Oh, right here.
Scrumptious.
There we go. We got one more luck. Yeah. Go. Maju's good stuff, man. I'm telling you. I have no clue what that is, actually.
I have... What are you looking to sell?
Oh.
Is this right? Then we have a deal. Is this... Thank you. Is this... Thank you. Is then we have it. Is many thank. Is many thank. Is thank you. Is thank you. Is thank you. Is this many thanks? Is thank you? Is thank you? Is this right? Many thanks. Is thank you? Is then we have? Is then we have a deal?
Yep.
Is then we have a deal?
Okay.
Is this thank you? Is thank you? Is this right? Many thanks.
Wait, I'm selling this stuff.
What
Shit.
are you looking to buy? Is this many thanks? Is this then we have a deal? Is many thanks? Is many thanks? Is many thanks? Is this then we have a deal? Is many thanks? Is many thanks? Is then we have a deal? Is thank you? Thank you.
Need to find that good rice.
It's good to see you. So, what'll it be?
Hey. Look at that.
I'll go with this.
Got bread also.
I'll go with this. Great, I'll go with this. Great. Tell me, what exactly is the Liber Logaeth?
A book written by an alchemist named John Dee. It's written in Enochian script, which is said to be the language of angels. The book has the power to summon good spirits.
But demons are not good spirits.
Power is power. If you can summon good spirits, then all it takes is some changes to the structure of the rite.
I suppose that makes sense. You researchers come up with some wild ideas. Scrumptious.
Right.
Oh! Yeah!
Now we go and we fight Whoever it is. I love how the blood effects are in this game too. Fine healing. All right.
Stop right there. I knew what you are. That ghastly air about you. You reek of sorcery, Shardbinder.
Ah, and what am I to make of you?
Me? I am your executioner.
Just notice the music. Sheesh.
Cease this at once, Zangetsu!
Ah. Here we go.
How many times do I have to tell you? Our enemies are the demons and those in league with them.
And I say, what is the difference? The alchemists were the gunmen, the Shardbinders the gun. All must be dismantled.
In the case of the alchemists, you are right. They coveted the powers of hell and must pay for it. But Miriam is not like them. She is fighting for us, at great personal risk.
Really? You forget how many of our friends perished for similarly misplacing their faith.
And do I look as weak? Look closer.
I was bored with her anyway.
Do your job, Zangetsu. You need to put a stop to Alfred.
And I will. But you listen to me, Shardbinder. If you value your life, then stay out of my sight. You can hold me to my word, Dominique. But don't presume to tell me what else I can or cannot do.
I apologize for my acquaintance. He had no right to speak to you like that.
Pay it no mind. I've been through worse.
I want you to know that I trust you, Miriam, and nothing anyone says could ever sway that trust.
Well, you have my thanks. It's nice to know that I have someone on my side.
Zangetsu is a demon hunter from a land far to the east, in the tumult of a decade ago. Perhaps even longer. Demons robbed him of everything precious to him, and he's despised everything to do with them since. His strength, however, is second to none.
I saw it for myself. I could tell he was holding back, but he was a handful regardless.
Maybe it was a lack of conviction that dulled his blade. Well, I'll be off then. I mustn't leave Anne alone for too long.
All right. Okay, can't go up there right now. I also have this game on for the Switch. It was the original way I played it.
Oi, wait a minute. Are you human?
What does it look like?
I'm not sure. Your body is covered with weird decorations.
Yes, but these are all the rage in Paris.
Oh, Paris. Wow, I've never been to Spain. The name's Benjamin.
I'm Miriam. Benjamin, you shouldn't be here.
I know, but I'm so scared I can't even stand up. Damn, I just want to go home.
Do I have any items that could help get him home?
This will help me escape.
Yes. Picture your house, and don't let go of that thought.
All right, I'll try it.
I think it worked.
Let's see if that sword's any better. Okay. Yes, it is. All right, 300 total HP. Not bad. Okay, if I equip something else other than this, the attack goes down? Oh, it does. Oh. Oh, critical swipe. Strike. We will stop here for right now for today. Yeah, it's almost 11. So, hope you guys had fun. Hope you enjoyed. And I will see you tomorrow, same time. 8 o'clock or 7. Probably 8. Probably 8. Probably 8. Anyways, catch you guys later. Bye-bye. Like, subscribe, favorite.